Welcome to Melissa Honey Speaks, where we chat about feminine magic, mindset, and manifesting. I'm your host and feminine magic guide, Melissa Honey. Welcome back to another episode of Melissa Honey Speaks. On today's episode, it's our Valentine's Day special, so happy Valentine's Day. So I want to talk about the top 3 things I think that you want to do on Valentine's Day, or things that you should consider. Of course, there's flowers, candy, all those things, of course, are important for Valentine's Day, of course. However, sometimes that can be a little overwhelming, or a little bit like it's the same old thing every year. You do the same stuff. So let's talk about some things you could do instead that you may not have thought about before. So on top of the cake, the candy, the gifts, and all those things, we could be talking about doing some things for ourselves. Which is the first thing I'm going to talk about is remembering ourselves. So remember to, even though it is always great to show others that you love and care about them, your partners, your family, friends, or children, and getting those gifts for them and showing that you really appreciate them and care about them and love them. Of course, that's always great. Sometimes we forget about ourselves, and we don't have anything for ourselves. We don't show ourselves any of that self-love or that whatever self-care. So this is a season of love. So it's not just one day. It's kind of a season. The whole season is about love and acceptance, loving yourself, and giving to yourself, of course, and giving to others. So the very first thing I would say is the first thing out of the top 3 things I think you should do for Valentine's Day is love yourself. Give yourself all the things that you would want someone else to give you. So when we start to love ourselves and take care of ourselves the way that we want to, sometimes we don't take care of ourselves because we're waiting for something to happen before we can take care of ourselves. We're waiting for the right job, the right money, the right partner, the right money, whatever we're waiting for. Now is the time to not wait anymore and just take care of yourself. Just love yourself. Give yourself all the affection, the love, the appreciation that you would give anyone else, but give it to yourself first. When we start giving ourselves the love and affection and care that we deserve, then the universe begins to show us ways that we can have more of that in our lives. We start to get more gifts, more love, more affection from the people that we want it from, because we're giving it to ourselves, and the universe begins to point we begin to be energy. We begin to draw in the energy of love and affection, all the things that we're giving ourselves. We begin to become a magnet for those things. Okay, so you of course want to give yourself those things, because everyone wants to be loved and to be appreciated and to have joy and happiness and all these things. So when we are giving that to ourselves, we become a magnet for those things as well. So now all of a sudden we are getting more gifts, more love, more joy, more of the lifestyle that we want to live. So that's the first thing. Give to yourself and be good to yourself. Number one. That's the number one important thing I think for Valentine's Day, is that sometimes we may not have a partner. We may be single, but even if you have a partner, or if you're single, you want to make sure that you are loving yourself and taking care of yourself the way that you want to. Your self-care routine, your self-love routine. Maybe you want to use affirmations of self-love. I love myself. I care for myself. I am worthy. I'm valuable. All these things are about giving to yourself what you need to feel whole, to feel the way you want to feel, and so that the universe can say, you know what, she deserves to have more because she's giving to herself more. She's taking care of herself more. She's loving herself more. So now she's become a magnet to attract all the things that will give, to make her feel more loved, more cared for, more luxurious, more whatever that you want to feel. Give it to yourself first, and then become that magnet. So that's number one. Number 2 is sometimes Valentine's Day can be overwhelming. It can get expensive. It can get wild and crazy as far as when you're looking for gifts and you don't know what to do for someone. Sometimes it's easy just to keep it simple for yourself or for others. Just keeping it simple makes it easy. Sometimes sometimes Valentine's Day can get really superficial. So if we're thinking about what you can do that's more intimate, more one-on-one with someone, more close, keep it simple. Maybe intimate times, closeness. Most people enjoy those things, those aspects of getting together and just loving each other and spending time with each other and being more close and connected and being energized by each other. That's just keeping it simple. Of course, like I said, there's always going to be candy, gifts, and all those things. But sometimes the intimate moments are the best part of spending time with either yourself or with your partners. Just doing those simple things. So don't let Valentine's Day get so superficial that you forget about the intimate times, the closeness, the love and appreciation that you feel when you're connected to that other person, or to even to yourself. Your self connection, to your self connection with your higher self, connection with your partners. You want to keep that. Just like I said, keep it simple. Those are the simple things that we sometimes forget because we're so caught up in this superficial day of Valentine's Day, which of course I love Valentine's Day anyway. But and number 3, something that maybe you haven't considered before. So if you ever heard of, I took this quiz maybe a couple of years ago called the five love languages. So you could do a Google search and just search for the 5 love languages quiz. And once you take the quiz, it'll show you what your 5 love languages are. And you can have you can take it for yourself so you understand what your love languages are, and you can have your partner take the quiz as well, and that will help you get an idea of how you can actually what their love languages are. And then when you're thinking about Valentine's Day, you can do some of the things that this quiz shows you. It shows so the 5 acts of the 5 love languages are: 1, acts of service, which is like maybe cleaning up, organizing, making a meal, helping your partner out, or these are things that you may want yourself or want to do. So the first, like I said, the first language of love is acts of service. The second is physical touch. So holding hands, massages, those are physical touch. The third one is receiving gifts. So if your love language is receiving gifts, of course, if your partner's love language is receiving gifts, of course, don't forget their gift on Valentine's Day. Giving gifts like fresh flowers, buying food, things like that. So the 4th love language is quality time, which is taking trips together, taking time with each other, spending those quality time, taking walks together, all those things that require you to spend time with that person. That's going to be that's their love. If that's their love language, you really want to be doing those things with them. And then the 5th one is words of affirmation. Words of affirmation are like positive self-talk, giving them compliments and active listening. So if you're not sure what active listening is, it's basically when you're listening, but you're being active. You're saying, yes, I understand, things like that. Active listening is very important to a person whose love language might be words of affirmation. So for me, these are 3 things I consider to be things that people don't really think about when you're thinking about Valentine's Day. So like I said, the first one is always going to be self-care. Take care of yourself before you take care of everyone else. Make sure your cup is full so that you can give from your cup and from your access, from your abundance. Number 2, like I said, is keeping it simple. Think about the simplest things in addition to whatever else you're doing, but sometimes the simple things are really the most memorable things that you're going to do for each other, for your partner, for yourself. It's the simple things sometimes. And then, like I said, the 3rd one, the quiz for the 5 love languages. Like I said, you can just do a Google search. I'll also put the link in the description so you can take a look at the link there. And just take the quiz. It's really fun. It's really a great way to understand what your love language is, as well as what your partner's love language is. And once you know that, you can really excite things between you and your partner, even for yourself, because you'll know what your love languages are. You'll know how to be good to yourself and what really sparks you, and you'll know what your partner enjoys as well. And that way, you have a better, deeper connection. So happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for watching.